China accounts for 40% of 6G patent applications despite U.S. sanctions.
Here's a summary of the article.
China's 6G development had been expected to slow due to sanctions against Huawei technologies imposed by the U.S. government under former President Donald Trump in 2019, but China has maintained its competitiveness by mobilizing state-run companies and universities. Nikkei worked with Tokyo-based research company Cyber Creative Institute to survey around 20,000 patent applications for 9 core 6G technologies, including communications, quantum technology, base stations and artificial intelligence. China topped the list with 40.3% of 6G patent filings, followed by the US with 35.2%. Japan ranked third with 9.9%, followed by Europe with 8.9% and South Korea with 4.2%. Countries with more patent filings tend to lead in terms of advanced technology and have a bigger say on industry standards. China's patent applications are mostly related to mobile infrastructure technology. Other big Chinese patent holders include state-run companies such as State Grid Corporation of China and China Aerospace Science and Technology. In November last year, the University of Electronic Science and Technology of China successfully launched the world's first 6G satellite. China has not only made next-generation communications technology a priority under its Made in China 2025 initiative but has provided financial help to countries as it builds 5G networks in Africa and the Middle East.
This post received a score of 9,500, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Can't get backdoored by an adversary if we stick to last-gen technology.
Isn't the Army's payroll system some old and ancient system that is too out of date to even connect to the internet, for this very reason?
That's why Lockheed isn't worried about someone hacking the F-22. Aren't many people alive that can hack a Gucci late 80s designed computer. Although that does make upgrading it a huge pitter.
Reminds me of the old Compaq that McLaren needs to service the F1.
That's so awesome.
Joke's on them. I still have one with a good battery loaded up with DOS games I keep out for guests and my kids to play with. Wonder if it's worth some dumb value for this servicing reason.
Probably NASA was buying up old PC parts like crazy for a few years off of eBay to have replacements for the space shuttle.
NASA? The US military is currently converting its nuclear arsenal from requiring 7 inches floppy disks, IIRC. Any older and we'd be talking punch-hole cards, but those you can actually hack.
We don't even have 5G yet.
5G has been around since 2015 publicly, actually earlier, but it was all closed door for tech industries to dig into. It takes years for the networks to roll out and tech to be implemented. So this probably won't roll out until 2025 or later. However, the patents and tech start years before anything hits the market.
I've got a 5G phone, have 5G available in my area, and even when I manage to connect to a 5G network, the bandwidth is hardly noticeable over LTE. Why are we trying to move to the next generation already when 5G has barely been an improvement to LTE?
5G isn't much of a per-device bandwidth increase, it's more a per-tower device increase. You'll notice things like going to stadiums and crowded events causing less cell phone issues than they had before.
OFDMA is also the main advantage of Wi-Fi 6 over the AC or N standards, that and being a dual band instead of having 2 separate bands, though some routers and APs already supposed dual band beforehand. When you have dozens of devices, you will start to notice the difference. Smart homes, for example, would benefit from this, especially in larger households where you already have several phones, often several laptops, and then IoT on top of that.
Orthogonal frequency division, multiple access for those not in communication telecom.
Appreciated, but I don't think that is gonna help us any extra.
Wi-Fi has channels, think of this as the lanes of a highway. Normally, one device will reserve an entire channel and communicate across it. This works out fine usually. There are about a dozen channels and most households don't have a dozen Wi-Fi devices, so in general there will always be an open channel for you to use. If you are in a large place such as a convention hall, workplace, sports center or other high concentration of people, the number of devices will soon eclipse the number of channels. The problem with this is that only one device can use a channel at a time, so you have to wait for one device to stop communicating or have a dead zone, which can dramatically increase loading times for things like web pages as you are waiting for channel space.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.